Let's get spoopy. Greetings, geeks, geekerellas. It is me. I am back for Swamp Thing. Oh boy. Now, I gotta admit, I'm not the biggest Swamp Thing fan in the comics, but honestly, after watching this, I don't know why. I guess it was just something that I never found myself reading, but oh boy. So, I don't want to go into any details except for, since this is a new show, I will go ahead and say that yes, I really did like this, especially even if you don't know a single thing about Swamp Thing, if you're a fan of horror, go check this out. Alright, so, spoilers. If you guys haven't seen the episode, go watch it. I highly recommend it. Then come back and tell me what you think in the comments down below. So, I know I keep saying so. Honestly, I'm a little shell-shocked from this, especially that ending, but we'll get to it. We see these three guys go out into the swamp to do something, and they get attacked, and two of them get killed and one of them seemingly gets away, but they're killed by the vines and foliage around them. So after they get killed, we see a little girl coughing up black stuff and she passes out. Then the CDC is called in, led by Abby Arcane. Abby knows the town, it's her hometown. She's not, well, especially by one particular person, which we later find out is the wife of, like, the richest guy in town. Because they blame her for their daughter's death, which that's all we get this episode. We don't get any more explanation. We'll probably get it in the future. My guess is they got into a car accident and Abby survived and their daughter didn't. Going back to the story, Abby gets there. She's trying to investigate what's going on, but it's weird. A bumbling dude shows up out of nowhere who's apparently not supposed to be there. Abby surmises that the little girl is, at this current time, patient 0. We later find out that it's her father, but for now she thinks that it's the girl. Abby goes with a deputy who apparently is an old high school buddy. They go into the house to investigate, and they find the bumbling dude is there, who we find out his name is Alec Holland. Yes, for Swamp Thing fans, that Alec Holland. Alec's like, you're focusing on the wrong thing, guys. Not me. Him. And then they turn around and see the dad, who's like all planted up and like midway throwing up. He's got some pills in his hand. It's really wicked. Which, bravo to the props and effects guys on this. Holy crap. They go to take the guy to autopsy, and Abby's questioning the guy like, dude, what the shit? What are you doing here? And he's like, I'm investigating a pathogen thing in the swamp. I am a scientist, and I think it might be connected to your case of people being sick. And so she reluctantly humors him. They go to his lab, and things start to get a little crazy with him showing her about what's going on. And things are getting a little bit crazy, but not completely. But they are starting to bond. And you do kind of ship it. And also, he's bumbling science guy, but you really like him, even though apparently he's had some darkness in his past. He faked a science report to prove a theory, which is a big scientist no-no. So they both have dark spots in their past. Yeah, they decide to take the body back to autopsy. Dude's gonna autopsy it, and he's gonna study some stuff found on the guy. Well, right as they take their mind off of their eyes off the guy to focus on the sample that he's been messing with, they're doing the autopsy, and then the guy starts like sprouting roots, like evil roots, like kind of gives me vibes of the Evil Dead rapey roots, if you guys know what I'm talking about. And so they try to grab the guy is slowly, like, his body is decaying as the roots are coming out. His daughter comes in and yells and then passes out, which I think she's got a connection to him and to what is probably obviously the Blight, which I believe that's the name of the Swamp Thing villain that this is reminding me a lot of. And so they're pursued by this swamp creature thing until she takes the girl and gets GTFOs. And he does some sciencey shit to create a bomb and blows up the thing and saves the day. So they decide, well, shit, we need to get a drink. That was rough. And there they run to a reporter friend who tells her about where the mutated dead guy's boat was. And so they go to investigate, and they find this weird stuff which is being injected into the swamp. And they're like, okay. They come back to his lab to test it. They tell each other their dark spots. But she doesn't go in as much detail. She just says, I killed her. Which, I think that's just the guilt and the bitchy mom talking. She decides to get her stuff together to start testing to see if this substance and everything going on has to do with the people getting sick, which it does. And he goes off to see about other sites where they're injecting the swamp. And he goes into it, and a mysterious figure like shoots him twice with a shotgun. Which obviously it's the old guy who Abby used to consider a father figure. It's the rich dude. Because of course it is. Which I wonder how his bitchy wife's gonna feel about that. After the death of our daughter, you climbed into a bottle and I went full on super villain evil. But anyway, so he's shot and they blow up his boat. This person blows up his boat. So he falls into the lake, and then the lake takes control of him and turns Alec into Swamp Thing. Abby goes to investigate the giant explosion and kind of gets saved by Swamp Thing, but then thinks that he's also evil, so she runs. She yeets out of there. And that's how we end, with just like Swamp Thing being born. Well, I really liked this. This has just got me shell-shocked, because for as much as I like horror comedy, which I really, really do, I also just like real horror. And this is like kind of up with Hell House, with the fact that it's a TV show that brings genuine horror And I am so excited to see how they develop from here. Hopefully they can keep this momentum up. Knock on wood. Ow. Anyway, I'm gonna end it there saying thank you guys for watching. Next time you see me will be for, if I don't have anything else, a special video on Monday. Hashtag Music Monday. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Till next time, and beyond. I'd go turn off the lights again to do a spooky outro, but I'm just feeling too lazy. Blah.